One of the best retirement calculators I've seen in a long, long time. This is absolutely fantastic. My man Kenny sent this to me, so kudos to you, Kenny. This is from FiCalc.app, FiCalc.app, and we'll read the introduction and we'll go into a little bit. Right here, we're when planning retirement, finding a safe withdrawal plan. We got banging right here. After running all the simulations, okay, we know about that. Other withdrawal strategies. This calculator allows you to run retirement simulations using historical data. And that's a drawback now, but historical data. That's my concern. The historical data is always the thing that concerns me most because we're back testing. It's still good because I still love it because look at all these withdrawal strategies. You can take additional withdrawals. It's freaking fantastic, man. Withdrawal strategies. You got look at all these. You got the endowment, the Guyton Klinger, the guardrail strategy, response to market conditions, which I love. But the has a low likelihood of exhausting your portfolio, but it does make it so you're at 100% right here. The decision rules make calculating yearly withdrawals quite complex, and I'm just a simple man. I'm just a caveman. I don't understand your technology when it comes to retirement strategies. I just like it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. And anytime you're putting rules in there, it makes it more difficult. Also, the guardrails mean annual withdrawals become too low. I completely agree with that. Still, it's cool, man. I love the idea of using this. We got the Vanguard dynamic spending, similar to what we just talked about. I don't know what the 95% rule is. It aims to preserve your initial portfolio over the duration of your retirement. Other withdrawals only care about having a non-zero amount of money at the end of the estimated time. Um, each year you can withdraw your safe withdrawal rate or 95% of previous last year's withdrawal. Oh, man. Ooh, it just makes my head churn to think how complex it is. Maximize your spending, variable percentage withdrawal. Oh, yeah. The problem with maximize your spending, basically you're going to run out of money. Is that you don't know when you're actually going to die. That's the drawback here. So it says you're going to have zero in your final year of retirement. This is done by the Bogleheads, and I completely agree. So one of the things I get a lot of people saying on Right Capital, is there any way to have where I have no money at when I die? Yes, I mean theoretically there is, but it's frankly silly to do that because we don't know when you're going to die, and we don't know what the rate of return is going to be in the volatility. And so what happens is people say, I want to bounce that last paycheck. No, I agree. But unless you're getting a linear rate of return each and every year, and you know exactly what we can make it so very simply. Just give you a linear rate of return. So right now, a linear rate of return would be 30-year Treasury bond. A 30-year Treasury is paying 2%. So we know for a fact you're getting 2% each and every year. And we know, other than when you're going to die, we know if you got 2% a year, you could take out this each and every year, adjust for inflation or not, and you'll have no money at the end of 30 years. We know that for a fact. It's just silly, though, because we don't know when you're going to die. We don't know what your spending is going to be. We don't know when inflation is going to be. This is why I do financial planning on an annual basis, because we have no clue what the future holds. All right, so let's just go back. The drawback, again, is historical data. This is always, anytime we're using historical data, back testing to project that in the future is always problematic for me. Run simulations using historical data. The data set includes data from 1871 to the present day, and data from all of the available years is used for simulations by default. If you wish, this is cool, you may choose to use a subset of the historical data for running simulations. Now, that's freaking out. I love that. But still, I always get a little bit nervous when I use historical data just because to project that into the future concerns me with the low interest rates that we have right now. But it's freaking awesome, dude. I love this thing. So anyway, we're going to go to Launch Calculator, and it's free. I mean, how do these guys do this, man? I don't know how they do it. Anyway, so we're going to learn. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say I'm going to retire for 25 years. All right, we got million schmackers. We're going to do 60, 40. We're going to do 60. Oh, sweet. 60, 20, 20 in cash. All right. And we're going to say our annual growth percentage. I don't get that. Oh, I guess we're going to say 0.5% for cash. All right, let's see if that works. There we go. And the fees are just in ETFs. All right, so we got, how much are we taking out each year? We're taking 40,000 a year at constant dollar. I don't want that. Wait, is that constant dollar? Is that adjust for inflation? Let's see what this says here. You choose such as 4%. You withdraw that amount for each subsequent year. You count for inflation. Okay, cool. So we got a constant. Then we're going back to historical data. Use all historical data. Cool. You can check subsets. Yeah, that's fantastic. Look at that. That's just freaking fantastic. I love it. I could use this all day long. But I don't want 1926, 1921. I want to go 1966. We're going to start there. And we see we only have an 83% probability of success. The median that we're leaving is 1.4 million, which is pretty doggone good. So even though 17% of the time you ran out of money, and I don't know if they can additional withdrawals. I don't want to do additional withdrawals, but you can do. Let's do the Guyton thing here. This is just fantastic. Yeah, 100% success. The median we're leaving is 1.2. Does it tell? Oh, right. Median. Largest 88,000. Smallest was 20. Yeah, see, that's the problem. The smallest was $20,000, and that's what we're talking about. Just look at this. 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations. This is just fantastic. Let's hit what this does. From January, look at that. You can even define different 25-year time frames. And whoever did this, you are the man of the hour, my friends. Whoever wrote this. This is fantastic. You can do a capital preservation rule. Is one of the 3 decision rules by Guyton. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. It's just phenomenal. Let's do to I don't even know what this 95% rule is. All right, but I don't want 4%. I want 5%. So we're going to do withdraw each year 5%, and we're going to go to just a good old-fashioned constant dollar. There we go. So now we're taking. Oops, I don't change it. We want 50,000 here. Blink. There we go. All right, so now we got 70. We're taking 50,000 a year adjusted for inflation. 60, 20, 20. We started in 1966, and we ran out of money 30% of the time. Our median, and this is in today's dollars, is 815,000 that we left. Now you can see the 1 standard 70. Okay, I guess they're not using standard deviations. 75% we had 0 to 1.2 million. 95% we had 0 to 1.6. Okay, I gotcha. 100% of 100% of withdrawals. 100% of withdrawals fall in this range between 0 and 50,000 bucks. And look, we start in 19. Let's just start when I was born. We got 19. Yeah, right there, 1970. We ran out of money in 1988. All right. Let's just do, instead of doing 5%, let's do 4%. And if we ran out of money, 1970, right there, we had a 1970. Oh, okay. We didn't. Did we run out of money? No, we still okay, but we didn't have very much left. Okay, gotcha. Let me actually go back. All right, so it's just tons of stuff in here, man. I love it. Final year portfolio is less than 35% of the initial value. Okay, gotcha. And that's at 4% starting in 66. Actually, I started in 1970 here when I clicked on that. Yeah, there we go, 1966. If we go back to historical, 1920s. Well, I guess you can go to 18. Yeah, use all historical data. And we're going to do 5% a year adjusted for inflation. Constant dollar. Yeah, there we go. And 75% of the time you had money. 15% of the time you nearly failed. That's what I love about it. It's saying, look, 75% you had money. 15% of the time you nearly failed. So that's 90% of the time you had money. I mean, I'll take that. Hell yeah, I'll take that. And the standard deviation, I mean, the average is 50,000 a year that we took. I'm sure that's adjusted for inflation, but and so look, 74, 70. So base it right here again. Portfolio runs out of money, and isn't that the 70s? I mean, if you were the 70s, just freaking an ass kicker. How about 2000s? Well, I guess we don't have enough years. Yeah, we need 1990. Let's go to 1995. Do we got it on here? 1996. Let's see where we're at. 1996, you can see we got smoked in 2000. We went from 1.3 all the way down to 716, but still we're still sitting pretty, man. Let's do 20 years actually. I want to see if we started in 2000. Yeah, right here. Final portfolio value is less than 35% of the initial portfolio value. Yeah. Anyway, I love this thing. This is fantastic. The drawback again is the back testing. There's nothing to do about it. I mean, it is what it is. I use back testing. I use it when I wrote my book on Wellington. Back testing. Right here, Retire with Wellington. And the reason I did that was simple, because that's the data we have. The problem is, if you assume that back testing is not going to be the future, well, you have to come up with other numbers. And there you just pull them out of the air. But that is great. It's a fantastic tool. So highly recommend you use this. Man, love to hear your thoughts. Thanks now.